Welcome to Critical Solutions, the show where two unqualified guys try to solve the world's problems. I'm your host, Josh Martin.
And I'm also your host, Mason Volpe. We got a good one for you guys, don't we, Josh?
Yeah, oh yeah. So, how do you feel about gatekeepers, man? Are they your favorite?
Oh, they're just so fun. They're the best people to be around, aren't they?
Yes, I aspire to be a gatekeeper, JK. I would like people to take them down.
No, I want to gatekeep everything in my life, actually. We should actually discourage anyone else from ever running a podcast just because they don't know.
You're not real podcasters.
They're not real podcasters. We're probably the only people who really understand podcasting in its truest form, you know?
I mean, we're pros. Look at us.
Look at us. I mean, come on. We're sitting here in our parents' houses running a whole ass podcast, man.
It's good times. So what inspired me to want to bring this up was, when something's super fucking annoying, which this is the show we bitch about annoyances, and somebody else thinks there's I'm going to one up your annoyance. So that means your annoyance doesn't mean shit.
Bro, nothing makes me more mad. Oh my God, dude. When I remember when I first started work, I was complaining to someone there because when they start you at a 10 to 6, and then when you get going and you're done with training, they move you to 8 to 6. And so I was complaining to someone at work. I was like, yeah, I had to wake up at 8 o'clock this morning. That's so early for me. I specified for me, because I know people wake up earlier than 8 o'clock, no problem. I'm just not a morning person. So
I feel it.
I was like, yeah, it's just so early for me and all this shit. I always make sure to in college, I scheduled my classes to not start before 10.
Oh shit. Smart.
Was yeah, man, that's nothing. Stop complaining. You're being such a baby. I had to get up at 6. I'm like, all right, can you just let me bitch? Can I just be mad about something?
Exactly. I read something good like that on, I can't remember where I read it, but it was basically why do morning people get everything? Why is the world centered around them? Why is work all early morning, but if you wake up later, you're a bum, even though you could be more productive, but since you wake up later, you're a bum.
Right. You have to, if you're not doing things at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're actually not doing anything at all.
Yep. Right. You're just
everything that gets done after 12 p.m. actually just doesn't count.
It's not real work.
No, you're not real work. You're not getting up early like a true grinder.
Oh, you work third shift? Nah, you don't actually work, even though they pay you more because they know it's harder. That doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count. You're just lazy. You don't want to wake up. Fucking lazy bitch.
I know. So with the whole, this is a fun one to try to solve because I feel like this is not an easy one. It's basically just be don't gatekeep, but obviously that's not a fix because it still will happen probably now and forever.
We owe our viewers more than that.
Yeah. So maybe a solution would be listening to more problems from other people. So listen to our podcast and you'll hear more problems.
There you go. Solution to gatekeeping. Listen to the Critical Solutions podcast.
Understand there's other issues more than just your own. But that's always a fun one because there's so many different gatekeepers. What's your favorite meaning most annoying, but what's your favorite gatekeepers? Is it the morning people one?
No, it's not. It's got to be music by far.
Oh,
absolutely despise when people are I've had this happen to me before where I'll say something about whatever artist and they'll bring up the most underground unreleased bullshit from them and be like, oh, have you heard this song? And I'll be like, oh no, I should check that out. And they're like, yeah, no, you're not a real Mac Miller fan if you haven't heard this song, when dude's got literally thousands of unreleased songs.
That's so true, dude.
Oh, it's so annoying.
They're purist. I'm a R&B purist. You don't understand it unless you listen to the OG Usher tapes.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you listen to the shit that has 4 total listens on Spotify.
Dude, that's such a good point though, because that can transition to so many things concerts. You haven't seen them 38 times? Fuck you. You're not a fan. You didn't take mortgages out to go fucking see them? Oh my God, dude. He was never like this, but one of my old bosses was a massive Metallica fan. And he verified, I could see this was true. He's seen them 47 times. Not kidding.
Yeah.
It was
That's
insane.
absolutely insane.
Dude, yeah, he was a super fan. He was all about it, but he was never once like that. So his name was Patrick. Good dude. I feel like we need more Patricks because he was all like, "You should like them, man. They're fun." And I was like, "Oh, you like them?" He goes, "Yeah, I've seen them." And he like thought, and he goes 40 whatever times at the time. This was years ago, and I thought he was fucking with me. And he's like, "No," and he like showed me stubs and stuff he's had, and he had like 20 pictures, and I was like, "Okay, you're legit."
Real quick side note, fucking Patrick, man. I don't think I've ever met a Patrick I didn't like.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
very off topic, but man,
no, that's a
shout
good
out all the
point.
Patricks in the world.
That's super good point. Like, yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, we don't know him.
We don't know
Patrick
him. We
Starr.
hate his brother, but Patty's fine. Bro, oh god, we gotta have a whole episode about Jackson Mahomes. I'll drag his name through the goddamn mud.
That would be a good one because this would be great for you because I really don't know much. I know he does like TikTok dances or something, and I've kind of refrained from even paying attention.
That's very smart of you. I think we should have a whole episode where we go through and I just show you Jackson Mahomes TikToks.
Ugh. Oh boy, even TikTok alone, that would be enough for me to be annoyed, I think, because there's a lot I could say about that.
Yeah, we'll have a TikTok episode at 1.2. Let's get back to this episode though.
So, with the whole Patrick thing, the only other ones I don't know of any other. What's the dude? I'm drawing a blank on Pat McAfee. Yeah,
Pat McAfee. We love Pat McAfee.
Good Pat. Maybe
God,
we can get him on.
Pat. I worked at a pizza place at Purdue. I might have mentioned this before on the pod, but there's a guy there who basically trained me. I guess he was like the head pizza cook or whatever. His name was Pat. Love the dude to death.
Yep, I can see it, man. I want to work with Pats. We need to get a Pat producer.
We do. If your name is Patrick and you want to produce a podcast, hit us up. Like, you're already hired. Just send us your fucking
resume. All his resume's just his name. Yeah. You're hired.
You're hired.
So, with the concert gatekeeping, I haven't met a lot of people that were like, you can't be a fan if you haven't seen them this many times. But I'm a fan of the band Inhaler, which I found out after the fact that the lead singer is Bono from U2. That's his son. So
oh shit!
It's not like the reason I have to specify because I've now since seeing them twice. When you go to their shows, there's a shitload of U2 fans there, which obviously they have like a massive fandom, and so you'll just hear them all talking about, and it's like middle-aged people, and the band is like 22 years old or whatever. Like you can listen to whatever. It's just so funny, and then all these people are doing like U2's. Yeah, this one guy was in front of me and my brother, and he's like, he's talking about he's seen U2 like 10 times, and like we'll travel to Europe to see them. So, and that also makes me think of Taken. Remember, that's like the whole premise. She's supposed to go like travel out with U2. So the whole gatekeeping thing with that, I think when the people do that, from what I've seen, it's a lot of smaller artists for some reason, like when they're starting.
Yeah, which first of all is bad for that artist. If you really like that artist, you should want to like promote their shit and be like, hey, like you should listen to this guy, not like you're not a real fan of this guy. Like I'm the only real fan.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't help their popularity. And I guess maybe that's part of it is like a lot of gatekeepers want what they like to be not popular.
It's exclusivity, I think. They want to feel like they're in a special club that you can't be a part of.
Exactly. So it really is shitty because if you really, and I guess this is kind of this requires a little bit of deeper thought that gatekeepers aren't capable of maybe, but if you really, really wanted them to like have success, you would allow more people into that club,
Yeah. So there's a subreddit called Gates Open, Come On In, and it's the opposite of gatekeeping. And it like starts as it sounds like somebody's about to gatekeep something, and they're like, "Yeah, you should totally try this." Like they'll finish with that or something like that.
Yeah, this is for everyone, as everything is.
Seriously, because like with going back to the Inhaler thing, they're a smaller band, and for now, and so I always try to tell people about them. Like you should listen to them. I want more people to get into them. It's fun to like talk to more people about stuff you like. So I've never understood the whole kind of walled garden of you're not permitted in here because you weren't lucky enough to find them early on or something along those lines.
Yeah. So it's just annoying, man. And like, I guess I can get like the like the motive behind it, because it does feel good to be part of something that's like exclusive, you know.
Yeah,
But at the
agreed.
same time, like for music specifically, at least, like it's just not that way. Like you're not a part of something.
Yeah, you didn't help create the song.
No, you're just a fan.
Right. So I think what would maybe somewhat solve this problem, instead of like gatekeeping it, what if they had like, we'll make them a little badge and it's like, I was here day one. And so they can feel proud
Yeah,
about it, but they don't
I
have to be
love
like,
it.
you can't have access. So it would just be more of like a, how long you've been a fan or something. So it'd be more like they're the elders and like, hey man, how were they back in the day or something? And they could be like a source of knowledge instead of walling that off to other people.
It's like that Spotify when you get the Spotify Wrapped and it says like, "Oh, you were in the top 1% of listeners for like this dude." You just
Yeah,
get
it's
that,
like a
but
badge of
you can wear
honor.
it around every day.
Yeah, because then, like, I think that's what it is. People want to feel proud that they were early adopters of the music or whatever the hell we're discussing that they're gatekeeping. But if they could wear around something that says like they were there from the jump or something like that, that might suffice. And they'd be like, I don't have to gatekeep because now you know what's up. I've been around. Or
Yeah, exactly. Or would it make it worse is maybe my issue with this, because then it's kind of like a have you ever,
social ladder.
this is like so off the rails, but have you ever read like the Starbelly Sneetches by Dr. Seuss, where like the ones,
I don't think.
bro,
The
they
name
got,
though, that's great.
bro, it's literally a book about racism. And it's like
Oh shit.
the Sneetches, like some of them have stars on their bellies and some of them
Oh
don't, or like have
yes.
different shit on their bellies, and then they all want to like have the stars because the stars are better, and they like go and
Yes.
switch back and shit. I feel like it might become that, where it's like, oh, you need the badge of honor or else you're not like a real fan, like it's proof that you're not a real fan, you know.
That's true. I guess you are definitely right. My vision in my head that I was thinking of is like, say there's a concert. Everything's just switching to this concert type venue for me in my brain right now. But it would be like when you're going in, you have to somehow like prove how long you've been a fan or something, and they give you a
To
badge. So you
get
could be
it.
like, I've never even heard of this band. They'd be like, cool, you're a new guy, and so like you could promote if you're newer. There's other advantages like since it's your first show, you get to be at the front of the stage. Or like, I know that'll make people mad.
I don't
That's not a
know
good
if that
answer, but
advantage would make people happy. I think the more
no,
lifelong dedicated fans would want that.
we
But
just
I know
plant the
what you mean.
seeds for solutions.
Yeah, it for sure. And so, because the thing is, when stuff like that happens, is that would also be a great opportunity for like the opposite of gatekeepers to come in and like do some work. Because you could see someone, say you're like that dude, right? You've got like the number one fan badge or whatever, and someone comes in, you see someone at the concert and they've got like fucking rookie on their shirt or whatever. You like, how much better of an experience would it be to just go up to that person and be like, "Oh my god, like you're just getting into this band. That's so great. Like I love this band. Like I can show you like these are their best albums and like these are my favorite songs, and
Yeah,
like you should come to their next concert in fucking Idaho with me or whatever the fuck." Like,
that would be cool. So it'd be like a mentor mentee program. Sounds
yeah,
like
exactly.
that's cool. So that's direct opposite of the gatekeeping. That's like gates open, come on in. I like that idea a lot.
So maybe there should be incentive for something like that. Like a fucking pyramid scheme almost, where it's like if you get more people involved, like
The
you
new
get some kind of
MLM.
reward. Yeah, yeah. Except
The,
super wholesome and profits no one.
the bands could totally do something like that because like so
Oh
Pearl
yeah.
Jam is very fan centric. I don't know if you're a fan of them, but they will do like it's the 10 club, or I can't remember what they call it, but they have like a fan club thing, and you get special stuff for being in it. But what if they had that and it was like, if you refer people to our club, you get extra stuff, whatever it is, something like that. So it promotes, one, helps the band, they get more audience. Two, it makes the group of people you get to interact with bigger. I feel like that's always good in environments like that.
Yeah. That's honestly like, I think I touched on it earlier, but like my main problem with gatekeeping is like, why would you not want more people involved? You know, like I get there's like the feeling of you're in something exclusive, but like, isn't it more fun to experience something with more people and like
Yeah,
have people that relate to your interests and shit?
I would think it's I just watched the Hot Ones episode with Kevin Bacon, and he was talking. They brought up the question like, "Do you think theater is going to be around?" Essentially, and he just said, "I hope people still want to go have that experience of eating," to quote him, "the shitty popcorn and watch a movie with strangers." And the way he worded that really made me think, because I'm kind of leaning more towards where like I used to be a huge theater buff, but then now that like I got after the pandemic and you got to watch like new releases at home, I'm like, I want to do this every time. But there is something about that experience of being around people you don't know, enjoying the same movie, whatever, with show, whatever you're gonna watch with someone else. That definitely adds an element that you can't get with people you know.
Oh, 100%. Just whatever it is, something about everyone, and I think it's the quantity too, is like something about being around like 100, 200 people who are all experiencing something for the first time, and they're all more or less like general fans of what they're experiencing.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think that's a really cool thing to like be able to share that experience with a lot of people who you don't know, instead of like, oh, let me just sit on the couch and watch fucking whatever it is with
No, you're right, man.
my one friend who I watch everything, you know, like
Right. And I'm not knocking that. I enjoy doing that too a lot as well,
obviously, of course.
but there's something to it, and I think having like a sociology background, it's a lot of fun to I get try to like get out of body experience, not like literally, but where when you're
Try
standing in a I just like feel different. But when you're at a huge concert and there's tens of thousands of people there with you, it's so fun to sit and think one group of people or one artist, whatever, was compelling enough to pull all of these people here for one sole purpose. So all of these people, for the most part, are there for one reason. And that to me is amazing. There's no other experience like that where you can get a whole mass of humans to do one thing together. And I think that's so like huge groups of people to me is just absolutely fascinating. I love it. And that is something you can't experience unless you do it with like, you're not going to be able to know everyone there. So there's going to have to be people there you don't know, new people,
Yeah.
whatever that you might not approve of, like if you gate kept them. But it's
Yeah,
something
and I
you can't
think
get without that.
it's really cool because I mean, like you were saying, just like massive groups of people being brought together by like this one thing, like it means that that one thing is like not universally, but like whoever is making that thing, like they found something that appeals to a lot of people. Like everyone
Yeah.
is unique, but you found something that can bring thousands of people together to all enjoy the same thing. So like it, I don't know. It's just the non-gatekeeper mindset, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
They would rather have it be exclusive, which, you know, I get, but I don't know. What do you think happens when like two gatekeepers meet at a concert or something? You
Oh
think they try to like out
man.
gatekeep each other? They're like, "Oh, have you heard this unreleased song from fucking forever ago?" Like
This needs to be an experiment. I want to put two people in a room and they have to debate who's the better gatekeeper. Because
they can't leave until one of them until one of them admits that the other is a real fan.
dude, this would be fun. I would totally bet on this. Like this would be something I would
Oh,
this would
that
be
would be
so
awesome. We
entertaining.
just broadcast it and everyone's like, all right, I got the over on like 3 hours.
We could do a live thing and be set it up like UFC and it's two dudes in a ring, but they're just sitting at a table and they're discussing shit. That would be great, dude. Because on that one, I would love to think that instead of one of them being like, I better they realize that they're in the same boat and then they become friends or something. And then they realize that this was stupid.
Hopefully, yeah. And then hopefully that would, it would be like friendship simulator. And it
Yeah.
would just be like
Oh, yeah.
making people be friends. And B, maybe it would stop their gatekeeping ways. Did we just find a solution?
We throw them in a UFC ring without
Throw them
fighting.
in the cage.
The octagon.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be
All right,
fun.
solution to gatekeeping. Throw them in the ring.
The other
Let them duke it out.
gatekeeping stuff, I know we kind of just solved some of this though, is I just got to bring it up. Some of my favorite ones is the whole sports gatekeeping where
Oh yeah.
true fans, that phrase, fucking define true fans. When people say that, I'm like, are real. Let me rephrase. Real fans. I'm like, so the ones are fake, like they're not real humans, or they don't actually support them.
Yeah, there's definitely, because here's the thing: there are fake fans. Like, there are Tampa Bay
Lakers.
Buccaneers fans. Yeah, they're fucking Lakers fans. All of you can fuck right off. But I hate Lakers fans so much. Just the entire. If you're still supporting the Lakers, like, although maybe that's kind of a merit. If you're still supporting the Lakers at this point, like, you must be a true fan because that franchise is in shambles right now.
Real quick, I just got to ask you, what if you're just a LeBron fan?
Fuck you. Go to hell.
Oh!
I mean, you can. You know what? Actually, maybe that was a bit harsh. Because I'm going to immediately backtrack on that because, and I don't know, I guess LeBron didn't. I don't know. Like, so we both went to Purdue, right? And Jaden Ivey just got drafted to the Pistons.
He's doing well.
You guys don't know Jaden Ivey. It was like, what was he, 3rd overall pick? 5th overall? Something like that?
4th, I think.
It wasn't 3rd. It was 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
Either way.
Pacers almost got him.
Pacers almost got him. Would have been sick. But, I think the Pistons is cool too. His family, his mom and dad both played Detroit pro sports.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Anyway, if the Pistons are playing someone that's not the Hornets or the Pacers, I'll probably be rooting for the Pistons just because I'm like, I want my boy to do well. So I'll be a Jaden Ivey fan. So I was a little harsh. I want to apologize to everyone for my outburst there.
Well, you're a good dude for immediately understanding.
Immediately backtrack on that. That being said,
go back to
I don't know. Sorry. Just like it. You can't. If you okay. You can be a LeBron fan, but you can't be a LeBron fan who was a fan of the Cavs and now claim to be a fan of the Lakers.
That's fair. I feel like I can get on board with that.
Be true with yourself and be like, I'm just a fan of LeBron. I'm going to support the Lakers, but I'm not going to pretend like I was a Lakers fan before he got there.
There you go. I like that.
Those people can go to hell. So there's definitely there's fake fans and there's bandwagons who all the Bengals fans that mysteriously popped up after they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Or I got to throw one in real quick.
You're just fucking winner fans. What's your example?
Exactly. Cowboys. Have to say it. We're an Eagles shit. Point in case.
Fuck Cowboys.
They're usually Laker fans as well, and they like the Yankees too. So.
Yeah. So, 100%. There are fake fans, but
yeah.
If anyone I live in Charlotte, I was born in Indiana. If anyone tries to call me a fake fan of the Hornets or Pacers, they're gatekeeping.
Yeah.
If you have geographical ties to that state, you automatically have the right to choose to support that team under no scrutiny whatsoever.
I agree, for sure. And then I think another way. So I ran into this with the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl 2017, since I'm in Indiana and I grew up just an Eagles fan. That was an easy one to pull out. Oh, because they won. I was like, no, motherfucker. I had to deal with some shit for years. My close friends know this because they gave me, you know how many fucking memes I got when it would show the rings from everybody in our division, like Washington, Cowboys, Giants, and then ours was a picture of a fucking ring pop. So many of those goddamn memes, dude. So annoying. So as soon as we won, all my friends heard it for about a year straight. I'm like, what now, bitch? I was so excited. So I think if you, when you have to suffer with a fucking team, you're totally in that camp. But now it sounds like I'm gatekeeping. You have to suffer to be a fan. I'm not saying that, but if somebody tries giving you that shit.
You don't have to suffer with them, but if you have, you're automatically in the club. That's why, fucking
Browns fans.
It's the same shit with, dude, being first of all, Browns fans, yeah, but they got a whole different situation now. But it's such a bad time for North Carolina pro sports right now. I saw a stat that with the Hornets and the Panthers combined, both not having a playoff appearance in the last 5 years, it makes it officially the least successful state pro sports wise in the last 5 years.
Pro wise. Let me add to this real quick. Pro wise, you're totally right, but you guys got fucking Duke in North Carolina.
Yeah, college, whatever. I'm not a fan of either of them because I didn't go there, but I used to
totally fair.
Low key be a bandwagon UNC fan when I was a kid, just because all my friends were.
You're there, yeah. That's so hard not to.
Yeah, but I always still repped Purdue. Always, I was always Purdue first.
Hey, my man. So, with that though, real quick, Indiana hasn't won anything in any level since the Colts did in 06 or whatever. And that blew my mind. I was like, no way. And I thought, and that's so true. So what is this? 16 years before anything in the state has won a title.
That is actually insane.
That's Indiana sports.
Like
suck.
any college or anything, like that is crazy.
Yeah, dude. Butler got close, but that was
that's the other thing is the thing you're missing from that stat is like the Pacers, I think, have been to the playoffs in the last 5 years.
5 years? Ooh, man.
Maybe
I used to be season ticket holder.
Definitely 16.
Yeah. But like, for sure then, yeah, we were good with Paul George and all that.
Right. And so, like, yeah. And, like, Purdue has, I don't know. I mean, we're kind of shit, but.
Should have been better. IU got close in 03.
IU got close. Hate to see that, but, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, it's a bad time. I keep looking over at my fucking.
Oh, I guess I should say my nephew is a Panthers fan. He grew up watching Cam Newton. So I kind of get to hear a lot of your woes with the NFL. So I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah, Cam Newton's story is very tragic.
Should have won that Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, at the same time, though, because here's where being kind of a dual fan and also kind of a hypocrite, you're going to think after I say this. But, like, because Peyton Manning was on those Broncos that beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl. And so I was already a Peyton Manning fan from when he played with the Colts. And honestly, how can you not be a Peyton Manning fan? Like,
unless you're that girl from Tennessee that he put his nuts on.
Is that that's not.
That's for a different day. Look this up. No,
you're lying.
It's bad.
No, you're gonna. I'm looking it up right now. You're fucking lying.
No, he totally did it, dude. The Mannings have gotten away with some shit. To be honest, dude. Not saying he didn't grow and learn from it, but I would just say Peyton Manning, Tennessee volunteer scandal or something. It was like a trainer.
No, this is fake. You're about to.
No, they did a great job of burying it. Even the university helped bury it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's so.
Don't meet your heroes.
Fuck, man, that sucks. God damn it.
I know.
God, oh my God, I'm gonna have to take a nap after this. This is this is so sad. Oh,
I grew up a McNabb fan, and he actually seems like not a good human being, so that's kind of disheartening.
That sucks, man.
Yep, I know. Sorry to bust the bubble.
Yeah, I was just about to go into this whole thing about how it was okay that we lost because at least Peyton Manning won like his last season as a football player. But fuck, dude.
I know, man. I still enjoyed him as a player. I had to be around him my whole life, so I mean,
I mean, he's one of those dudes that like I always have considered to be like a really good guy. You know?
Yeah, Children's Hospital, all that stuff he's got going on.
Like, I think the same way about Drew Brees, and I think hopefully he actually is a really good guy. But like, I don't know. I love Drew Brees. Maybe because he went to Purdue. Maybe just because he just seems like a solid dude. But
bad stuff I heard about him was just more he was a dummy with like money.
I mean, whatever.
It's your money. You can lose it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But going back to the gatekeeping of the fandom, this was a fun segue. But the real fans thing is my favorite, and you see it a lot with ticket prices. So people love to say the real fans are in the balcony. I get it. I've been a balcony guy a long time.
It's a lot of fun to be there.
Yeah, but to say that the people who will shell out shitloads of money to go sit further down or like go to the Super Bowl, World, whatever it is, the championship series that costs a lot of money, to say they're fake fans because they can afford those tickets, I don't understand that by any means. If any, to me, that says they're bigger fans because they're like, fuck, I spent all this money to go see them that I'm willing to put 2 weeks of pay on the line to go watch this team.
Exactly. So you're 100% right. I think, yeah, it's especially because a lot of those fans have to pay to like travel to the game, you know?
Right.
And, like, make all these arrangements.
So it's not even the ticket price. It's the traveling, like you said, the hotel, food, all this. They're spending a shitload to go see this team, and they're a fake fan.
Right.
Come on.
Well,
get the fuck out of here.
Mention, like, if that's me, Like I'm traveling to see a team, and then I'm fucking forgetting everything on the way there. I'm losing my AirPods. I'm not bringing a toothbrush. I'm gonna be blind because I forgot to pack my contacts.
So just packing sucks while you're traveling. I totally get that, dude.
Yeah, so I have to go through all of that to see this team. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I promise.
All right, I want to talk about that real quick. What's one time you traveled? What's the worst shit you've forgotten, if you can think?
Oh God. Okay, so it's so hard to think because I'm not kidding. Literally every time I travel, I forget something. Like there has not been a time in the past like at least 5 years, and I only say that because that's how far back I can remember of me going somewhere and forgetting nothing.
Do you use a checklist?
Yeah, I do, which is the crazy thing. Like I have, it's so large. Like, let me see if I can pull it up for the fucking YouTube viewer to look at. But it's so large, and
at least you have
for whatever reason. Okay, I guess it's not that large, but it's.
Hold that back up. How many is that?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 things.
I'm sorry, but now you're saying that was large. That's the best. It's all relative, so I totally get it, but that's so funny.
How long is your packing list?
I don't even know. I do it for like fucking everything. Like if I have multiple like cords or something, I'll do it. I don't abide by it, so this isn't saying I'm good with it.
Let me. This will be good. Actually, this will be good. I'm gonna read this out, and you can tell me what I'm missing. You can, because there's got to be something flawed with this, right? All right. Here's what I've got. Are you ready?
Yes.
Don't forget my phone. Phone is number 1.
But you're doing the checklist on the phone. Oh my god, that's so gold.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Don't forget my phone. To go along with that, don't forget my phone charger. That I've forgotten many times.
Yes, that's fair.
Many times. I have below that, and I don't bring this on every trip, but don't forget my computer.
I get that.
A lot of time. And then right next to that, don't forget my computer charger.
See, these are good. It's itemized.
I got those 2 things. Then we get, it's a little out of order, like relevance-wise, but my next thing, because I bring this everywhere I go, is don't forget my Yeti.
Okay. Yeah.
My Yeti right here. I bring this everywhere. It's my favorite thing. It's just unlimited water, basically.
Nice.
Great. Shout out Yeti. Be a sponsor. So don't forget my Yeti. Right below that, I have toothbrush/toothpaste. That I've forgotten probably like, I don't even know.
Yeah,
like,
that's probably my number 1.
Which is so crazy because like I have a fucking like toiletry kit that like everything goes in, and like why is my toothbrush not in there? So
that's fair, man.
Below that I have, my hair stuff so I can look all pretty. Don't forget my
comb.
Get
the flowing hair, man.
As I fuck it up. Below that I got shaving stuff. If I'm going on a trip longer than like a week, I gotta, trim it up, make the beard look a little nice. I forgot that a bunch of times, especially if I haven't shaved like before going on that trip. Like if I didn't already shave, then like it gets out of control.
Can't relate. I can't do the beard.
You just got the stash. You just got
that's about as good as they get.
You got the stash, and the stash is like my least favorite part of like a beard in general, especially when it gets long, because it fucking like all the hairs like start to get,
it's awful.
I'm doing it for so much
fun, and it's not much fun anymore. I'm getting ready to get rid of it.
Oh, dude, you're rocking it. You got to keep it.
All right, I might.
All right. Below that, I got AirPods. That I've forgotten a bunch. I actually went to New York recently. And on my way back, I left my AirPods in the hotel.
Did you get them back? Like they mailed them or something?
Sucked. Yeah, they mailed them back. Thank God.
Oh, that's nice.
I almost was like, because they're fucking like broken anyway. So like, I was just like, I'm just gonna buy them.
My time.
But no, they sent them back. Below that, I have wallet, which I actually haven't forgotten my wallet on a lot of things.
You're covering all bases. That's good.
I'm terrified that I will.
It's fair.
Because I mean, you got your ID. Like, if you're flying somewhere, you need that shit. You like, you can't spend any money if you forget your wallet. So I should move that to the top of the list above phone.
I love that. Keep going on there, dude.
All right. My last 3, I got glasses, contacts. I'll actually answer your question here from fucking forever ago.
This is good.
My worst thing I've ever forgot is I forgot my contacts and my glasses.
Oh, damn.
So I had to like go out and buy one of those like contact cases. If anyone who wears contacts will know what I'm talking about. And then like saline, so I could like save my contacts. But my contacts are dailies.
Man.
So like,
oh no,
you're not supposed to wear them multiple days. It was bad. It probably fucked up my eyes.
How long were you there?
Wasn't longer than a week, but it wasn't.
Shit! But you're taking something supposed to last a day and stretching it a week. Ooh.
Yeah, so it was bad.
That's tough,
but it is what it is.
I don't.
So, and then my last things on my list is don't forget your shampoo. You know,
yeah,
don't forget your body wash, all that shit.
Duke. I'm with you.
So that's my packing list. What am I missing here? Is that shorter than your packing list?
So that sounds like ones you have to have for every trip. That totally makes sense. I'll add stuff like for specific trips, like if I'm bringing my camera or crap like that. But I'm totally with you on the essentials like that because I'll totally skip. But I have to break down like, I don't know, lotion, like all this sorts of shit. Because for some reason, I'm so bad with actually bringing toothpaste. I have no idea why. And I have like 8 different travel ones now because every fucking time I go buy a new one. And I never...
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why that's so hard for me. And I know that's like an inexpensive thing. It's not a big deal, but it's just so frustrating because like I'll make it a point. Don't forget your toothpaste. And I always fucking do. I don't understand it. So...
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, 100%. Like, I have it on this list, but I forget it all the time.
Okay, so... we make lists because that would be the first solution to don't forget shit when you travel. But clearly, we struggle. Yes. Yeah. So, what would be a better solution? Like almost like if you had a smart suitcase where you can't like lock it unless all the shit's in it. But that doesn't even make sense either.
That would be insane. Like it's like sensing what specific things are in there. You could imagine you could set it to like how you say you update yours with specific trips. You could like set the suitcase like to add or take stuff off. So
like, that's cool. Dude, it's somewhat feasible because they're smart refrigerators and they have the thing where it'll know like if your eggs are going bad, but it's like you log when you bought them or something like that. But like it has a big old screen on it on the door and there's a way you can see into your fridge through. It's like a see-through thing. So I mean, there's essence of that technology out there.
Yeah.
Imagine how expensive this fucking suitcase would be though.
Oh my God, so expensive.
A couple thousand,
like especially. I mean, just for the value alone, like forget the technology and the like whatever, like the cost of production. Just the value of never forgetting anything ever again on trips. Like I would, like seriously, I would pay so much money for that.
So you can put a number to
all that money you're spending on travel toothpaste. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
No. You're saying exactly what I was thinking. Because that would be like, so your contacts, however much that would be if you had to buy more or something. So you could find out the math on how much do you have to spend to recover the shit you forgot versus buying the really expensive suitcase that lasts X amount of years that prevents all of that from happening.
Right.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I feel like we probably need a solution that's more accessible.
And realistic?
Yeah, realistic maybe.
Maybe, okay, so if you travel with people, so you make a copy of your checklist and you each have one and you both have to do it.
Okay. I feel like, I mean, yeah.
Because you kind of do that with like when we do shoots, like video shoots, we're supposed to have each a checklist and you make sure you have all your shit.
Yeah, 100%. And for the most part, that does work. I just like, I don't know. I feel like when I'm going on a trip, like I check this list incessantly. Like all the time, and then somehow it's like shit like just like will disappear and then come back on it at a later time. Like, I just feel like that's still the same solution, you know?
So question, when you're doing the checklist, when do you check it off? Is it like after it's placed in your bag or after you gather it, or do you have a system?
That's the thing. I don't check it off. Like
what?
I'll look at it and I'll read down the list. Okay, so here's my process, right? I'll pack all my shit. And then I'll look at it, and normally I forgot like 8 things already. So I'll look and I'll be like, oh, okay, I got to get those things. And then I'll go get those things and I'll pack them up. And then finally, when I'm done and I think, okay, I've gotten everything, I'll put my shit like in the car or whatever. And after I put it in the car, I will look at my list and I'll be like, okay, phone, got that in my hand, obviously. Like charger. And I'll like mentally like envision everywhere that I put the shit. So maybe I need to be like visually confirming it. But like, yeah, I mean, I check it multiple times as I go throughout, and I never check anything off so that I can keep checking it even after, like, if my toothbrush was like the first thing I put in there, like, no matter what, I'm
that makes sense.
Triple checking to make sure.
So try on if you're using the Notes app on iPhone,
yeah,
you can make a check thing where if you check it, it sends it to the bottom of the list. So then the stuff you're missing is at the top. So you can go out of order.
Okay.
But what I've started to do more recently, and I've been better, is you can't check it off until it's in your fucking bag. So if it's again a discipline thing, but like still, because it's gonna fall back, dude. I can't wait till we travel somewhere and we both forget so much shit. This is gonna be hilarious.
Oh god, this is gonna be so great.
So that's total. Like it's you're relying on yourself to be disciplined. So I think accountability and like redundancy, have another fucking person. Or here's a good solution: just get rich and buy 2 of everything and leave it in the bag.
Yeah, that would actually be so insane.
You just have a like, second phone you leave in there.
Yeah, travel computer, like just contacts you have to update those every once in a while, but like travel AirPods, like
just get rich. That's an easy solution, guys.
Still, like, you still have to remember your wallet. You know,
true.
You can't get 2 IDs.
Can't get another ID.
I think you can get 2 IDs, but I don't think that's legal.
Just get a passport and then an ID and keep them separated, I guess.
Yeah, that works. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the listing, it's like, imagine if you and I, like you said, like imagine if you and I went somewhere, we're both super bad with checklists. Then, like, is that even a solution? You just have 2 chickens with their heads cut off, just trying to get through this. So here's the thing. I was thinking, like, you were saying that you go and you've spent all this money on like travel toothpaste and shit. And I know that, like, if you're at a hotel, you can go, like, if you forget toothpaste, you can go down to the front desk and be like,
yeah,
oh yeah, I forgot my toothbrush, and they'll like give you one. But like, you can't go down and say like, oh, I forgot my AirPods. Do you guys have AirPods? Like, so
that's true.
What if like inside of hotels there were like little gift shops almost where you could get little like care packages of, like, you could buy AirPods for the cheap, hopefully, you know?
So I like that idea a lot, but I think the problem I would have with that is because then you're rebuying something you already own is the shitty part. So
what if you could rent it?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. That, or like if you could like easily, or maybe, okay, because that'd be weird with certain things. Some things that I don't know if I'd want to rent. But for some reason, if somebody's buying something used, that sounds better than renting it, like from a sanitary standpoint, I feel like. Because I think when you know renting, that means so many people have used it versus if you're buying something from someone, it's probably only been used by 1 or 2 people. So what if there was like a consignment shop in the hotel, and so you buy it, but then you leave it there, and when they sell it, you get most of your money back?
That would be good, but it's still like, I'm not buying a used toothbrush. You know what I mean?
Okay, no toothbrush, since those are so inexpensive, but the higher priced items like big chargers or something like that.
Yeah, AirPods, like computer, you could like rent a laptop, right?
Yeah.
To like do your work on.
Yeah, something essentially. That would
And that would be a big business for the hotel. Like, that would make them a lot of money.
Yeah, they'd have to figure out insurance stuff with that though if they just disappear.
Yeah, but you know, it's doable.
I like that though. We're onto something there, I think, with some of this. I'm a fan, so. Well, this has been good, man. I feel like we came up with some good stuff today. A lot of gatekeeping. Yeah, we did. That was fun.
I enjoyed this episode.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Be sure to rate us on your favorite podcast app. Visit us at www.criticalsolutionspodcast.com. We got our website up and running. Follow us on Instagram at Critical Solutions Official. You can click the link in our bio to go to our website from there. And if you have any ideas you'd like to discuss, leave some comments, send us some messages. We love to hear from you.
Hey, good episode today, Josh.
It was fun, man. I'll see you next week.
See you next week.